One, we are on. All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you comment, like, share, subscribe, do all the crazy fun things you kids do on the YouTube today. Very important, keeps it up high on the rankings. Most of you know me, Charlie Mack. I'm on Instagram, Charlie Mack NYC at Brooklyn. I'm on LinkedIn and all those other crazy social media websites. Want to say thank you very much for joining us. Really, really good topic today. So we'll talk a little bit about why why this video and who do I have on here today. So I think most of the people that are already subscribed to the channel know what this is about. I like to put out information for security officers, protection officers, law enforcement, military, fighter fighters, fire safety field, to help build their skill sets, make this a much more professional field. And the topic today we're going to talk about is fitness, health, fitness, and that journey, which is very important for a lot of people. We'll talk about the job specifically. Um, you look at military, they have a physical fitness requirement. Police, to get in, you have a physical fitness requirement. Firefighters, you have a physical fitness requirement. Lifeguards, park rangers, I can go down the list all day, but I don't want to bore you with all that stuff. We're going to talk about the general workplace. And a lot of jobs do not require that. So it kind of falls on us to stay healthy and stay fit, both mentally and physically. So kind of think of our bodies like a well-oiled machine. Really important. The fuel, the food, the drinks that we consume. Also, our lifestyle choices, the way that we carry ourselves, the things that we do on a daily basis, very important. Lifestyles have changed over the years, especially now with COVID and the variants. People have gotten very used and comfortable to working from home, staying in, seated. So we'll talk about daily routine. And one thing I found amazing on a couple of different podcasts and some books and just some life observance. We get up. We usually, move a little bit, check the phone, sit down, get ready for work, have breakfast, get in the car, bus, train, we sit, get to school or work, sit. And we sit for a long period of time. And two sites in particular, when talk about the CDC is one of them. The average adult sits about 6 hours a day at work and about 10 hours in general. That's a very long time to be sedentary. With the number with teens is a lot higher. And heart disease kills 1 in 4 people annually. So you got me, you got my co-host Kevin here today, two of us who are trying to be a little more fit, give you all some tips to be healthy, stay active. We'll talk about pushing exercises, pulling exercises, and cardio. I'm going to leave that up to my co-host, Kevin. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. We've
Thank you
known
for
each other
having
for a
me.
long time.
Yeah.
Tried to work in a lot of different spaces. We finally got together here. So, folks, I got Kevin who's going to talk to you about a lot of different things today. How to start your fitness journey, because that's very important. It can be intimidating for a lot of people, and he's going to talk to you about how to do that. He's on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube as well, and he's out there in the streets. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Kevin, tell the people where you're from and what you do.
I'm from the Bronx, New York. Uh,
Awesome.
so yeah, we have the BK connection here.
Absolutely. No pizza.
um,
No pizza today, unfortunately. No
no
Brooklyn
pizza
pizza.
actually. But yeah. So for profession, I actually am a patient service assistant, which is funny that you mentioned the sitting, because it's kind of opposite for me. Because although I have a desk, I'm always up and down because of the faxing, and it just so happened that the fax machine is on the other side of the office, literally like 20 feet. So I literally every time I have to put myself on a break to go fax something, it's like a 10-minute thing. It's never like 2 seconds, so that kind of helps. But I'm also a martial arts instructor. I've been involved in the martial arts since the age of 5. So it is going to be 35 years in December.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm lucky and fortunate enough to have rank in 12 different martial arts. Um, I was definitely one of those people who like to not cherry pick, but learn what I can from any source. And even to this day, I have friends that do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, modern Arnis, Eskrima, Cali, Wing Chun, and I still cross train with these guys all the time, just to try to stay active and things like that.
Okay, great. So I know you dabble in a little bit of everything.
Hmm.
I've recently got my self defense instructor certification, and I got that kind of for my space that I live in with the security and the fire safety realm. I picked that certification up. It's just something that I wanted to have under my belt because I do teach a lot of other different things. But
Hmm.
in the field of security, it has always been a kind of hands-off approach, but everybody should have a basic understanding of self-defense. And I'm just talking about the skill sets, punch, block, things like that. Legally, totally different. You have to be guided by your employer's policies, company procedures. You also have to understand New York State penal law, which security officers get in training. Um, I'm an instructor. I am not your lawyer, so please make sure you consult with all of your local laws, city ordinances, regulations, all that good stuff. So I am not giving you legal advice. Uh, Really important though, security officers should have that skill set in their repertoire. They should also take on a more professional role being healthy, the mind and body. We're going to talk a little bit about that and how people can get into that. So I got a couple of questions. I'm going to go through. I'm going to bounce them off of you.
Sure.
Um, First one being, what is your take on forms, katas? I know the terminology may be a little different with
Hmm.
each discipline.
I love them. I mean, it's a big part of my art and what I do. I practice kata pretty much daily. Even if it's not an actual set form, I do what we call kihon drills, or kihon kunrin. So I post a lot of little videos on TikTok, and it'll be like a small snippet of a combination that I might have done in class, or something that I do in the morning. So one of the things that I do when I get to work before I even do anything is I get to do one drill and I work it 30 times, whatever it is. Let's say it might be like an inside block into a high block and then punch punch, just to kind of get the blood flowing. Because I know I'm going to be sitting for a long time, or up and down, or whatever it is. So to me, kata is the blueprint of any martial art. So every art had a particular set of katas, and it's because the katas were devised to preserve a strategy, right? So in Goju, we have a series of kata called Geksai. In the Gegisai katas, the strategy is infighting and how to like smash someone, because it literally means to pulverize. Gegisai means to pulverize something or to beat it down. So I'm big on the kata. Like to me, kata is everything. Kata works timing, cardio, fitness, your muscle endurance, your breathing, your timing, everything comes from your kata.
We got Henry actually had made a quick comment, and here Henry says he got fat since he started doing security. He knows what we mean, and it's very easy, right? Us not, and I'm not just gonna pick on security, but um, for a lot of jobs, it's very easy to kind of get stuck and
Yeah,
complacent doing the same thing all of the time, and we try to go for convenience. I see this a lot where person has a desk, their cubicle is here. Let me get my printer here, my fax machine here, um, my audio visual equipment, everything I need within
yeah,
arm's reach, and not get up the entire day. The only time they may get up is to use the restroom, maybe get a glass of water, and they come right back to their seat. So, Henry, I know what you mean. We have to be the change that we want and build
exactly.
those daily habits. And I'm guilty myself. I try to get up as much as I can, but there are times that I fail. Hopefully you get something from this video today that will help you with that. Which kind of brings us to the next question, Kevin. Um, what is health to you? To me, and I have this question raised in two different ways. What is health to you? To me, health is just daily living your best life, being mobile, being active, not super strong, not super flexible, but being able to do the daily things that you can and that you want to do. What do you think is health to you?
Similar approach for me. Health is an all around awareness and happiness of what's going on, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Because you can move around, right, and get things done, but your mind, if your mind isn't right, it's going to destroy your whole body. I've been through periods where, I've suffered from manic depression myself. Um, I'm happy that right now I haven't had any episodes in a long time, but I've had episodes up and down. Everybody goes through stuff, and mental health is something that people don't talk about enough. If your mind isn't right, your body's never going to be right, and this has to come first. So health to me is getting this right, and now everything else comes into piece. So once you're happy with everything that's going on, try to find other goals, because what we tend to do sometimes is we get complacent, right? Yeah, I'm good. Everything's sweet. Everything's fine. I love my job. I'm good. I don't need nothing else. I make enough money. But what are small goals that we can do? Whatever it is, maybe we'll find something in a project in the house or something like that that will guide us, or kind of motivate us to be more active. Use our hands more. We get home, like sometimes for myself, for example, with me and my fiance the other day, we're like, okay, we're gonna switch TVs. We're gonna bring the big TV from the living room to the room. So in my mind already, I know that, okay, I have work in the morning, but when I get home, there's things that have to be done that are physical. That big ass TV needs to move. This needs to be arranged. That needs to be arranged. This needs to be set up. So I try to set up my days, and this is part of my health. Is if I don't have my mental health checklist, the whole day is all whacked up. I get like that. I get anxiety really bad. So for me, it's having everything. You have to have a plan. You have to know, okay, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm going to the supermarket. I'm gonna do this. Whatever it is, it has to be set. So health to me is making sure that you have a plan and you know how to execute it.
Yeah, very well said too. And one of the things I do want to work on, down the road as I kind of build this channel a little bit more, have some people kind of talk about mental health. Very, very important. And I kind of tie that into the next question. What is fitness for you? Fitness would be now going out and acting on those things, building those daily habits, like brushing your teeth, right? It's not something that you think of, you just get up and do it. And that's kind of the same way that we have to take that approach, right? We get up, get in the habit of maybe just doing a couple of push ups, get in the habit of doing a couple of squats, get your body ready to rock and roll for the day.
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, I mean, we have to get used to moving around, because once you get sedentary, it changes everything. So even little things, let's say get a step counter on your phone and set a
Mhm.
goal. I'm gonna do 6,000 steps today. I don't care what I gotta do. And it's kind of like how people have My Fitness Pal. You might have like 1,000 calories left, so you got to eat that 1,000 calories before the end of the day or whatever it is. So the same thing when you have that set goal of steps. If I haven't got my ass around at work moving, can I say ass is okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If I
We'll make
haven't
this a
got my
PG
ass
13 video.
Okay, so if I can't get my butt moving at work, I know that I'm gonna find ways. Like I might take a longer way home.
Mhm.
Like I started myself. Um, I would walk from the train station to my job, which is like a 10-15 minute walk from the train station, and then walk back. And walking back is all uphill. So I would little things like that. I would add to my routine. Okay, this time instead of taking the bus back, I'm gonna walk it back. Because I won't lie, even myself sometimes I'd walk to work, but it was late or I had something. If I was in a rush, I would take the bus back. I'm like, I don't want to walk that. Now every day, I don't care what's going on, I will walk that 15 minutes back up that hill every day. So I find little things like that. So to me, fitness is not just about having, because the fitness industry is a big controlling thing with people who get into working out.
Mhm.
And it's funny because people have TikToks that say you go to the gym to get more confidence, but then when you get to the gym, you'll feel less confident. Because what happens is you start seeing all these buff ass dudes and you start comparing yourself to them. Your competition is yourself. If
Yep.
I did 135 pounds for 10 reps last week, I want to do 135 pounds for 12 reps this week. Compare yourself to yourself, not to the next guy. So to me, fitness is you don't have to be shredded, 240 pounds with like 2% body fat. As long
Yes.
as you have a clean bill of health, you have a nice balanced diet. Doesn't mean you have to starve yourself, because these fad diets like keto and all that stuff, I've done them, and I know what it's like to like be carb deprived. You're a moody man. I was a moody a-hole. I was snappy. I didn't want to look at nobody, and I was weak. Like people were like, "Oh man, you're losing a lot of weight," but I was super weak in the gym, and I didn't look muscular. I just looked like I was sick. And people were like,
Mhm.
"What's wrong with this guy? Why does he look so skinny?" And it's because I was carb deprived. We need carbs. People don't understand that we need to find a balance. Now, there's things that we can get rid of, like sugar. We don't need simple sugars. Um, that we can get rid of. Or processed foods, try to get more whole foods into your diet and really get balanced mentally, physically, emotionally, but on a diet scale as well. Just because I'm into fitness doesn't mean I can't have a slice of pizza every now and then. You have
Mhm.
to be able to enjoy things in life because once you start taking things away, it doesn't make it fun anymore. You're like, screw this. I don't want to do this shit no more.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. You have to keep it to you. You're fighting
Hmm.
your fight. You're in your box. You're playing your game. You talked about the My Fitness app. So I got one that I try to make sure that I get my 10,000 steps every day. So after this YouTube live, I still owe another 1,000 steps. So I'm gonna get that in today. Then that's kind of been my goal. Daily habits, right? Every single day, I need to get that little marker checked off. My daily habits. One of the other things too, in regards to fitness, getting your mind right to get your body ready. Just when I have these in the hand, instead of just sitting and watching TV. Once I get these going, hey, you know what? Get up. Stop.
Exactly.
Keeps you in the flow. One of the things I've also gotten used to doing, it's kind of like show and tell, like we're back in high school again. Checking your numbers,
Yeah.
very important. As we get older, these are very important. Your blood
Yeah.
pressure, your pulse. I have an oxygen meter as well. You talked about diet and um, supplements. I had a great person on who I known for years, George Batista, last time. He's big in the health and wellness field. He deals a lot with diets and exercises, and he talks about that a lot. Is don't just jump onto the next big diet craze because that may not work for your body style. Um, Everybody's body is very different in many different ways.
Yeah.
And it's not always based on presentation, on how buff you are. Your vitals play a big role into that as well.
For sure. Like,
One,
look at all these bodybuilders. There were like 6 or 7 of them who died in their sleep.
yeah,
And you
they,
look at these guys, and the fitness industry has you thinking this is the pinnacle of health. This is Mr. Olympia, Miss Olympia, Miss Bikini. But they have high cholesterol, high triglycerides, heart problems.
one of the key things is diet. What we
Hmm.
put into our body, the fuel that we put in there to keep pumping out.
For
Um,
sure.
I am just as guilty, I think, as everybody else. So I am not putting myself on a pedestal. I love my sugar. It's in coffee. It's almost in everything we eat and drink. So it's hard. You got to learn how to cut that out. Soda was a big thing for me. I learned to cut soda out. I probably dropped like 6 pounds in 2 weeks, just like that, just from stopping soda.
Two
Um,
substitutes I found that help are the 0 calorie or seltzer. Seltzer
Salsa.
water helps a lot too. I
Hmm.
mean, it doesn't taste as good as a Coke Zero, but I mean, the fuzziness. Some people just like the
The
carbonation.
carbonation, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I called it fuzziness. The
The
carbonation.
fuzzies, the fuzzies get us all buff. you know I don't know about you because I know your workout routine is very different than mine. The doubles game, and this is what I tell people who are just starting, people that maybe have worked out in the past. For whatever reason, lifestyle has caught up to them. They've gotten busy, they've got work, they got kids, they got school. If you're getting back into the game and just setting up a new routine, I like to call it the doubles game. Maybe today I'm going to knock out 5 push-ups. 5 is an easy number. Most people can do that. And if you can't, that's okay. If you can only do one, do one. Just start, right? Give yourself a baseline number. Then tomorrow, try to double that. And then the next day, double that. And you continue to do that until you can't. But if you, let's just say it's 5 push-ups. If you do 5 push-ups today, you should do 10 push-ups tomorrow. But if you can't hit that goal, you just try a different workout to keep
Mhm.
yourself consistent. Also, to change up your routine, right? You don't always have to do arms. You can do legs, cardio, push pull, switch it up.
Yeah, like I
Uh,
have a split, like I said, like which days I do this. So for example, I'll take Mondays off, which is weird because Monday's International Chest Day, but I take Mondays off because I have class and I have a bunch of other stuff going on, and Sunday's leg day, so I don't want to do shit on Monday. But I have my martial arts class, so I am physical, but I'm not in the gym on Mondays. But Tuesdays I hit chest, Wednesday's an arm day, Thursdays are shoulders, right? Fridays I take off because I have a lot of stuff going on. Saturdays is show no sorry, Thursdays is back. Sorry. Saturday's shoulders, so tomorrow's gonna be crazy. And then Sunday's leg day. But it's super high volume. Like I'm doing 5 sets of everything, 15 reps. And this is a program I just got put on by a friend of mine who's a professional wrestler and also a bodybuilder. So you asked me what my goals were, and that's the big thing with getting started. Is you have to find a why and a goal, and it could be a
Hmm.
short-term goal. It's the same thing with martial arts, right? Everybody wants to be a black belt, but don't think of a long-term goal, because if you think black belt, 5 years, you're like, that's gonna take forever. Think orange belt, yellow belt, green belt, short term. So for me, I said to myself, I wanna. Do you remember the Road Warriors from back in the day?
Yes.
I
Yes.
told him I want to look like a road warrior. I want that 80s Hulk Hogan, big chested, 24-inch arm look, but I don't want to be shredded because I don't care about that. I just want to be strong, healthy, but look like when they see me like, damn, this guy, he hits me, I'm going to die. So he gave me this program designed on that. And it's been pretty crazy because I've actually seen a lot of strength gains already and size. I'm like, damn, I already see my shoulders coming in more. And because I had a program, but it was like a little all over the place. But to have
Mhm.
like set exercises that you have to do every week that are these set exercises, no change. The only thing that's going to change is the way the weight increases. And that's it.
Yes. So, if we're gonna ask, you like the Road Warriors, are you gonna be Hawk or Animal?
Animal.
It's a
I've
good
always liked
wrestling
the
team.
animal. I like that thick chested, like barrel. People call. I think they call it a dad bod now. They say that it looks like he
Yes.
works out, but at the same time he enjoys beer.
Yes.
Because you got to be sustainable. That's the thing about diets too. Is people get on these diets like keto. Can you do keto for 20 years? I don't think so. Especially if you're like Hispanic or Italian. There's pasta. There's
Certain
rice.
foods in the
Do
diet. Yeah.
that. And I tried it. I remember I would go to my mom's house and she's like, "Oh, here's some arroz con pollo," and I'm like, "I'll eat the pollo, but I can't have the rice." What? Why? And she looked at me like I was nuts. And
And then
it's
she's
funny.
gonna disown you.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
My mom is like this. She's never had a weight problem in her life, but this woman eats rice like there's no tomorrow. So I know it's not the carbs. There's something going on.
It's funny too. I mean, growing up, I'm proud to say I've lost about 22 pounds over the year.
I can see it.
But
Yeah.
years ago, I mean, they call me Flacco, man. I was like 145 soaking wet over the
Jesus.
years. Going to the military, doing
Mhm.
all the other things that I do. Just packed on some weight. I did the creatine thing for a while. Started working out and then just stopped. Life got in the way. Got busy with school and work. But then you carry all that stuff. You gotta sustain it as well.
Mhm. It's
So
not
very, very
easy,
important.
but it's important to set up that thing. For me, I have that plan where every day I'm like, okay, Mondays I have work, karate. Tuesdays I have work. Then I meet my student who's also one of my black belts, and we do chess. And then Wednesdays is gonna be this. Thursdays, so like I have my week planned already, and I try to even my fiance could tell you, I'll make weekend plans the weekend before. Like we'll do
Hmm.
something this weekend. I'm like, hey, next weekend let's do this. Next weekend let's do that. So it's never like we're always setting a goal for the week where it's like I'm looking forward to this, as opposed to like I'm just gonna sit around and watch TV all day. I can't
I
do
think
that.
that's important too.
Mhm.
Obviously, everyone's going to go on their fitness journey, but if you do have a friend that can hold you accountable, or you can help them and stay accountable, that's important as well.
It does help to have somebody go with you. Also, they can record videos of you looking like a badass, so that
Yeah.
helps.
Especially the kung fu videos and the fight stuff you got going on, man.
You're like, yeah, get this angle, bro. You're getting the worst angles. Come on.
Like,
I have one student. This guy, he's gonna see this. I don't care. He's the worst freaking cameraman on the planet. I want to kill him every time. I'm like, bro, what is up with those angles? He gets me at the worst angles, but I make him look like freaking the Hulk. I'm like, you're killing me, dude. You're killing me.
he's just making you try again for another rep, make you look good. That's
Yeah,
all he's
he
doing.
says, "Oh, we'll just do it again." I'm like, "Bro, I was 300 pounds, man. You do it." He was like, "Just do it again." It doesn't work that way. Give me at least 30, 40 seconds to relax, to breathe, to rest, because I can't do no 12 reps of that again. Are you nuts?
So it's important. We talk about fitness goals. So in the purpose of this video is just to kind of help people get back on track, or maybe someone start their journey. I know from our talks and both of our content, you're always trying to help people better themselves, get on the right path, stay on that path. So we're going to show everybody a video, a little bit of what I've done, and then a little bit of what you've done to kind of get people back into shape. So folks, got a quick video. Joy. So this is me in the playground as I'm walking the dog. Just keeping it simple. Nothing crazy. I don't think the dog liked the workout. You're gonna see her try to take me out in a minute. Just don't stop. Everybody loves Vicky in my neighborhood. She said, nope, cut it out. Got a little mad.
You guys come play with him.
Like, let's run. So 5 all around. Everybody can do that. We're not asking too much in this video. So get the little cardio stuff going on. And then just a little run. A little sprint. You know, she's getting in the way. I didn't want to trip her. I didn't want to trip me. We may look silly, or we may think we look silly, but just keep going, folks. Squats and burpees are never fun, but we gotta do them. All right, enough of me. We're gonna get into someone a little more professional who knows exactly what they're doing.
Hey guys,
Let's check
my
out
name is
Kevin.
Pereira. I am a 6-degree black belt, and I'm here to give you some easy, simple tips on how to start working out at home with no equipment. First thing you can do is find something that you might have around the house, like some cans of soup or even some cans of Chef Boyardee. Not the healthiest thing, but hey, it has some weight to it, right? First thing we can do is grab them. We're going to bring our hands up here, and we're going to punch them. You can either do it by count, you can do counts of 20, non-stop, make sure to turn those hips to work the obliques as well as your arms and your shoulders, or you can do it for a timer. You can set a timer for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, or even a minute. Then you switch sides and do the same exact thing. Punch, 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 punch. And trust me, you will feel this burn in your shoulder. As light as this is, some weight is better than none. Here's something else you can do with an item you might find at home. A laundry bag. This is roughly maybe about 25 pounds for the laundry. We can grab it and we can just swing around, 1, 2, around, around. And this will work the obliques, your shoulders, your grip, your forearms, and your hands. You can do this for time, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, or you can do this for reps. I prefer time. So now here's another thing you can do. You can take these and you can do front raise, lateral raise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Then combine them, punch them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another fun, simple exercise you can do. You can hold these out, right? Squat, come up, punch, punch, knee kick. 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 Squat, come up, punch, punch, and knee kick. You can do those for time or for reps. Another simple thing you can do, you can take a broomstick, attach that laundry bag to it, curl, come down, front raise, curl, come down, front raise, curl. You have to be innovative, right? In this time, I can't afford a gym, right? COVID still a thing. You never know. When you can't afford equipment, find equipment around your house and make it work, guys.
Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff.
Thank you. You said the shoulders on that guy.
This guy's like that, man. Don't mess with him. So, I wanted to first and foremost say, thank you very much, man. I know that you were all over this when I asked, so I really, really do appreciate it. I know the people who are subscribed to my page, enjoy that stuff. And if you're not subscribed, do it now. Follow Kevin as well. He's got a lot of really good content. Just the stuff that he put together. You can have a decent workout to start your day within 15 minutes. Definitely more than enough time, right? A lot of us like the first thing that we do when we wake up in the morning, right? We're on the social media stuff, we're checking news, we're checking emails. Take the phone and throw it down, put it in the corner somewhere. 15 minutes a day to change your life.
Yeah.
Not a lot, not a lot. Uh, my favorite part of these videos, right? I always have fun, rapid fire, Q&A time. And I don't know if you've seen some of the stuff I've done
I
with
haven't
these
seen
yet.
the rapid fire thing though. I haven't seen that.
All right, so this is fun. This is just me freestyling. I got a couple of questions that I'll go through. Just say the first thing that comes to mind.
Sure.
This is the getting to know Kevin portion of the show. Some of these are fun, some of these are interesting, and some of them are just off the wall. Have you ever read The Art of War by Sun Tzu?
I have, yes. A very long time ago, but I have.
Great, great book. Know you're in the space of martial arts. Who's better, Jackie Chan or Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris.
Who wins in a fight?
Chuck Norris.
Better attack. Are you going to punch somebody or use your elbow? All
Elbow.
right. Now for some fun stuff. Could you keep up eating with a sumo wrestler?
No. I
I
had to
know.
think
I
about that one. I thought about my dinner tonight. I was like, I could barely eat what I had on my plate. I was like, shit. What a waste.
I was thinking about the food that they eat. First of all, there's no way I can keep up. Absolutely not.
No, there's pounds and there's a lot of carbs, man. They eat like hundreds of pounds of sushi. It's ridiculous.
Just all that sushi in one shot, in one sitting, not for me.
No, not at all.
The rather be. Would you rather be punched by Tyson or kicked by Van Damme?
Kicked by Van Damme.
Why?
Because he's a fucking ballerina. As much as there actually is no proof that he was a real karate champion, they keep saying he was. He wasn't. I saw a seminar he did with a bunch of Kyokushin guys. I have a Kyokushin background. And when I see him kick, I'm like, yeah, there's no power. He flicks. He's flexible, he flicks. He doesn't have any power behind his kicks. Tyson will kill somebody. That's very different animals.
I think Tyson punching me would go like right through my rib cage and just shatter everything. I agree.
Yeah.
Van Damme's kicks look good, but I don't think they're gonna do any damage.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of power behind him because I've seen him. I've seen him spar with some guys, Kyokushin guys playing around, and you can see that with the way he rotates his hips, he has no power in his kicks.
Fun question. Who would be your ideal trainer, dead or alive? You had time to train with someone for years, not just like a one-on-one, one-day type of thing, but if you had the chance to work with a trainer, who would that be and why?
Eddie Hall.
All right.
Eddie
All right.
Hall is the world's strongest man in 2017. I do love Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw is the man, but Eddie Hall is just a lot more entertaining. His personality is just off the walls. He has a YouTube channel that I watch all the time. And he's just a badass. Like his look, this guy is 360 pounds, but he has abs. How I don't know. And he eats like a freaking horse. And there was an episode that he switched his diet with his wife, and it was so funny because she had to eat whatever he ordered. And he had the full English breakfast. He's a British dude, so it was like tomatoes and eggs and sausage and bacon and toast, and then she had like an egg white omelet, like this big. And he's like, "Really? That's it?" But Eddie Hall would be the guy.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good choice. I gotta say. People think of so many different off the wall kind of trainers, but that's a good one. I think you'd learn a lot.
I would, and then he's got kind of that big. He has the big look, And it's funny because people kind of gassing me out. They're like, "Oh, from certain angles, you look like him." I was like, "Yeah, I wish." I wish I had his money too.
Yeah, you and me both. Joking around, I used to say you look like General Zod coming through, kid. You're gonna kill somebody with some of your looks. Once again, folks, Kevin Pereira, great guy, martial
Thank
artist, New York. Got to support our New York people, no matter where you're from in the boroughs. Kevin can be found on Instagram and TikTok at My Path to Greatness. Make sure you check him out. Give him a follow. Kevin, any closing remarks? Anything you want to say? Give some advice? Help somebody?
For sure. First, I want to say thank you for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to have a platform to help people. Anytime I can help people, I'll do the best that I can to do that. For me, coming up in the arts, it's always about each one teach one. Whatever we do, we learn. The idea of trying to hold it to ourselves is ridiculous. There's no point of learning anything if you can't share it. So the one thing I like to tell people, like I mentioned before, is to find a why, find an anchor, whether it be your mom, your grandmom, a promise you make to someone, your children, your wife, your husband, whoever, a cousin. Find a tangible anchor. For me, I like my goal is to give my son something to be proud of. So he can be like, that's my dad. Like my dad's a badass. Like that's my dad. And when I went to his high school graduation 2 years ago, all his friends are like, oh man, like, Vinny's dad is like the coolest dude on earth, and they follow me on Instagram and all that. So for me, that's my anchor, right? Find an anchor. Second, never think you know everything, right? Because the minute you think you're the baddest dude in the yard, there's a bigger dog out there ready to chew your head off. So stay humble and stay hungry.
Awesome. Once again, folks, I'm Charlie Mack. Want to thank everybody for tuning in. I always close out my episodes here on this channel and my personal channel. I do for fun with the coins, gold and silver and all that stuff. I always tell everybody spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Want to thank my co-host Kevin tonight. COVID has changed things up. We just have
Mm-hmm.
to adapt, right? We have to
Yeah,
find ways to adapt. You don't have to go crazy. And you mentioned this, don't have to spend crazy amounts of money at these gyms. They're nice. They have some great facilities. They have some great equipment. But if you're just getting started or you want to get started, tons of things that you can do at home, right? If you go to the park, you got a playground nearby, you make it happen. Also, if you need a friend, if you need someone to talk to, help you, I'm here. Kevin is here. We will definitely help you out as well. We got to stick together, especially for all of my security, law enforcement, fire safety people.
yes,
Um,
sir.
we want you to thrive. That's why we put out this content. Kevin, are you still hosting any classes, demonstrations? Can people reach out to you
Yeah,
for
I
those?
do. I do classes on Zoom twice a week, and then those are Mondays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I also do gatherings and seminars and things like that. I'm going to Oklahoma in the middle of this month. I know Oklahoma sounds like a weird place, right? But I'm going to Oklahoma to teach a seminar, a 3 hour seminar. But I'm also going to be competing in a tournament, which would be kind of
Nice.
cool. My fiance is going to be fighting as well, so that's going to be fun.
Cool. If
Yeah.
guys take home a bunch of trophies, got to let us know. You got to come back on the channel.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I'm gonna be posting all of that because I'm Mr. Post. I've been a lot
Got it.
more active on social media lately. I'm trying to get more interaction on TikTok because I see people with crappy channels. I'm like, why do I have so many views? I'm trying to find ways to get more views. So I figured if I put a lot of videos out there, they have no choice but to see it on their For You page, and then it'll maybe attract somebody, and I can help someone. Because the goal, like we talked about, is to find a way to help people, reach people, give some knowledge. Shift, spread love, the Brooklyn way.
Spread love the Brooklyn way, and today spreading love the Bronx and Brooklyn way.
That's right.
Kevin, I want to thank you very much, folks. Don't forget like, share, subscribe, join my channel, Kevin's channel, all that good stuff. Really appreciate everybody who tuned in. Stay tuned for more content from the both of us.